Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot. Welcome back to welcome to lesson 6 of my 10 lesson series, Tarot 101 for beginners. So if you haven't looked at the other lessons, I recommend that you do so because they're sort of going in order and they'll make more sense that way. Lesson 1 was what is the tarot and choosing your first deck. Lesson 2, we talked about the anatomy of a tarot deck. Lesson 3 was all about the major arcana. Lesson 4 was the suit of wands. Lesson 5 was the suit of cups. And lesson 5 had 2 parts because the suit of cups ended up being a little long. Or I ended up being a little long discussing the suit of cups. All right, and then this lesson number 6 is all about the suit of swords. So the main thing I want to get across is that the most important aspect of reading tarot is you using your intuition, okay? And so what I want you to ask you, I may tell you what these cards mean to me. I may tell you the traditional meaning of the cards, but what's really important is what the cards say to you, all right? And as you do readings, your meanings will be what resonate with your client or with yourself. All right, so let's look at the suit of swords. Now, each suit in the tarot deck corresponds to an element, and the suit of swords corresponds to the element of air. And the swords cards are all about communication, truth, intellect, thoughts, logic, and sometimes conflict. So let's look at each card and see what they look like and what they might be saying. So Ace of Swords, and I'm going to do numerological correspondences also for the numbers of the cards. So Ace, or number 1, is all about new beginnings, new opportunities, and potential in the area, of course, of intellect, communication, and truth, or learning the truth, or clarification about a subject. All right. The two of Swords pictures a woman with swords crossed in front of her, arms are crossed. And to me, this says that 2 things. Sometimes it makes me feel like she is holding everyone at bay and saying, get away from me. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to consider what you're saying. And then sometimes it's about 2 choices, a choice that must be made from 2 choices. All right. And 2s are all about balance, partnership, and duality. So you may ask yourself, what does this card have to do with partnership, balance, or duality? And again, it may be about making a balanced choice. It may be about, a partnership or a friendship that you are just not wanting to be bothered with right now. It could be about, a choice, duality. It could be about opposites. So, but what the most important thing is, what does it say to you? And look at each card. So in this, there is a lot of water behind the woman. There are some islands or rocks sticking up. There's a land on the horizon. She is sitting on a solid piece of land. There's some grass. It's nighttime, or it's starting to become nighttime. All of those things may figure into your interpretation of the card. So the 3 of Swords is a heart with 3 swords stuck through it, and it looks like it's raining. And as you might guess, this card generally is about pain. All right, pain. It can be, the pain of a loss. It can be the pain of, 3 losses. It could be the pain of your partner being unfaithful. But really, it could be about any kind of pain caused by anything, really. It could be the pain of learning the truth about something. It could be the pain of lacking clarity. It could be really any kind of pain. Now, the good thing to remember when you look at this card is that The minor arcana are about everyday things, about everyday issues that come and go. So this is not going to be a permanent pain in anyone's life, but it may be very unpleasant at the time. The Four of Swords shows a person lying, and it looks like they're lying in a church. And actually, when I first saw this card, I thought they were dead. But the traditional meaning of the Four of Swords is rest. Okay, it's about rest from your battles. It's about needing rest, about getting the appropriate rest that you need. Now, what do you notice about this card? Do you notice the 3 swords here on the wall? The 1 sword laying by the person's side? Do you notice the stained glass window? And if so, what does that mean to you? Do you notice the gold color of the person? So what catches your eye might be totally different from the traditional meaning of getting a much needed rest. It may be something totally different to you. So pay attention to what you feel when you look at this card and what it says to you, okay? If anything, I want you to come away learning that your intuitive responses to the cards are correct for you, all right? And no one can tell you, no, that's not the right meaning, because what the meaning is for you is the right meaning for you. And it will be the right meaning for your clients. All right, so, I mean, think about it. Spirit isn't going to give you a card that you relate to in a certain way, but it's going to mean something different to your client, because that makes no sense at all. All right, then we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, this card is, it shows a person who obviously has all of the swords in his possession. There's 2 people walking away sadly. So one of the meanings of this card could be someone winning at all costs, someone dealing underhandedly with someone, even someone cheating to win at something. And you know, if you notice, the clouds are kind of slanted and they look really askew. I'd be curious to see what is your interpretation of this card. Just take a look at it, think about that. What does it say to you? All right. Then we have the 6 of Swords, and there's a person, actually there's 2 people. There's an adult and a child in the boat. They're being rowed away from a situation. There are 6 swords in the boat. So if you'll notice, there's rough water on this side, but they're heading into smooth water. So this card to me is about leaving a rough or a unstable or a choppy, I don't know how do I say it, just a chaotic situation into calmness, moving from a state of, you know, a confused or chaotic mind into a calm place. And it could be moving from one state of mind to another. It could be actually physically moving from one place to another. It could be moving across water from one place to another. And if this is you, then you need to know you're leaving a situation of maybe feeling trapped or fenced in to go to somewhere else. But know that you're protected and that you are not alone. All right, so what does this card say to you? This card has a lot of levels, and it could be saying a lot of different things. All right, number 7. We see a person sneaking away from a group of tents. There's some people far in the background, which probably don't see this person or can't get to him, if they do see him. He's sneaking away. He's taking some swords with him. He's taking 5 swords and leaving 2 behind, or maybe he's coming back for them. Anyway, this is about someone betraying you, someone stealing from you. This is just all about some really underhanded behavior. You could tell by the way he's sneaking off and looking behind him to see if anybody notices. All right, so yeah, that is about underhanded behavior, sneakiness, thievery, and that sort of thing. Now, in the 8 of Swords, we see a woman who is tied up loosely. She's blindfolded. She's not even tied up with ropes. These look like cloths. And she is surrounded by 8 swords. Now, this card traditionally is all about feeling trapped. Okay, feeling trapped in a situation, feeling trapped in a place, maybe feeling trapped in a job. And the point of it is, if you look, the woman could easily get her arms out of these bindings, which are not very tight. She could also take her blindfold off after that, and then see, there's a way for her out. So this card always tells you that even though you or your client feel trapped, there is a way out if you just calm down and take a look at the situation. You will find a way. What does it say to you? There's also up here on the cliff up high is a castle in the background. There are some puddles here at her feet. Do those mean anything to you? Think about all of the points of the card and see what it says to you. Now, this 9 of Swords is typically called the nightmare card. It looks like this person is waking up. They have their head on their hands. It's nighttime. It's dark. And it looks like they've awakened from a nightmare. There's 9 swords up on the wall or 9 swords in the air. It's not really made clear. But this card is saying to you, I believe, that even though you're upset, these swords are made out of air. They're just floating there. They're not real. And whatever you are dreaming about, or whatever you're anxious about, or whatever you're worried about, is probably unfounded and not nearly as bad as you think it is. All right. So it's like a nightmare. You think it's real. You're horrified, but it turns out to not be real at all. All right, and then we have the 10 of Swords. This is sort of obvious. You've been stabbed. This person has been stabbed in the back. So this often happens if people are doing things behind your back, saying things behind your back, figuratively stabbing you in the back. But I think the thing to notice about this card is it's been nighttime, but it's starting to get light. The sun's starting to come up. And this 10 means 10 is the meaning of endings or completion, and it's the beginning of renewal. So even though this has been an unpleasant ending, you are moving into a renewal. All right, the sun's coming up, things are going to get better, daylight's coming. And then we have the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. And these can represent people in your life, or they can represent the energy that you are embodying at this time. So the Page is a young energy. They are interested in new ideas. They are looking to learn about new ideas. They are looking to be intellectually challenged, and they are really thinking about something. This is a card about something that a young person's interested in thinking about, contemplating, figuring out logically. That could be you. That could be you starting something new, learning about something new. Or it could be your client. It could be someone else completely that you know or that your client knows who embodies this energy. The Knight of Swords is known as the fastest knight in the deck. He is on a mission. He's moving fast. The problem he may have to deal with is that he may be in such a big hurry that he neglects some important information, or he forgets to do something because he's in such a big hurry. So a lot of times this card tells us to slow down and make sure, if you want to work fast, you're working toward a goal, make sure you don't go so fast that you leave out something important or neglect something that needs to be done. Then we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is all about truth and honesty. She's nurturing. She stands up for what's right. She is a leader in her own right. And she has got her thoughts under control. And she is a very, very logical thinker. All right, and then we have the King of Swords, who is, this is a masculine energy. It's a very strong energy. Again, this is the person who stands up for the underdog. This is the person who supports the truth no matter what. This is the person who looks for the truth in a situation and who stands up for it. He's very logical. He's very honest. And he is a very, very strong and powerful leader. Now, that again, that could be the energy you or your client are embodying, or this could be someone that you or they know. It could be a boss, it could be a father figure, it could be a mentor, it could be any of those things. So, basically, what does this card say to you? I kind of glossed over some of the numerological meanings, but I didn't really clear. We talked about 3 being about creativity, groups, and growth. And this obviously is a pain. This, this is pain that leads to growth. That is one way we can look at it. The 4 is about structure, stability, and manifestation. So getting the rest you need will help you to be stable. It will help you to, manifest your mental health and your physical health. The 5s are all about change, instability, and conflict. Again, here's conflict been going on in this card. Things are unstable, things have changed. Obviously, these 2 people used to have swords, and now they don't. This one person has all the swords. The 6 is all about communication, cooperation, and harmony. And again, this person is moving from disharmony into harmony, and it looks like these 3 people are working in cooperation as well. So there are many levels of meanings of the cards, but what's the most important? Yes, you're right. What your intuition tells you. All right, the 7s are about reflection, assessment, and knowledge. So you are going to, this person is reflecting on what he's done. Ooh, should I take those other 2 swords or should I leave them? He's assessing the situation, whether he should continue with what he's doing or not. The 8 of Swords, mastery, action, and accomplishment, is this woman's time to take action, and get herself out of this situation. 9s are all about fruition, attainment, and fulfillment. And what you have to realize is that what you are worried about will probably not come to fruition. Your actual dreams are more likely to come true than your nightmares, okay? And then 10 is about completion and the end of a cycle and renewal. So obviously this is the end of somebody's cycle, and renewal is coming up with the sun. All right, so those are just some of my thoughts and basic meanings, some traditional meanings of the Suit of Swords. Again, what do they say to you? So let's look at the Light Seers Tarot, which is a much more modernized version of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. But basically the cards say the same thing. So here we have the Ace of Swords in the Light Seers deck. It's about like new ideas. It looks like she's maybe these ideas are coming into her head. She's got a new opportunity for learning something, the potential. She's realizing the potential in a situation. And then we have the Two of Swords. So it looks like she is trying to gain her balance, to get control over these two things. Maybe to make a choice between doing one thing and doing another, and to gain her balance back. The crows are working in partnership against her. All right, and then we have, again, the card of pain. This poor heart is rent, and she is crying out in pain. So again, it is all about pain. Here is the Four of Swords, representing rest, sleep, and rejuvenation. Mending that heart that was broken. The Five of Swords. Okay, this man is in conflict. There is somebody back here, and it looks like he is not happy. He has won. Maybe he has won, but he is like, this person in the back's either saying, what in the world just happened, man? Or because this person's upset, this person could be saying, yes, I got you. I won. I got what I wanted. But we really don't know. So it's kind of mysterious, and it's kind of like for you to say, what does this mean to you? I mean, you can know the traditional meaning, but this may say something totally different to you. And that's okay. In fact, that's great. All right, and then the Six of Swords. We have a person in a boat again. It looks like the crows are pulling her to shore. She is traveling over water. She looks like she's sort of unhappy, but she's moving into hopefully a better place. This water's really choppy, but here where she's headed, it's looking smoother. So that's very similar to the Rider-Waite meaning. Then we have the Seven of Swords. Here's a person who is, now he looks like he has feathers, or maybe even crows sticking, and he's got a knife in his hand. So is he like grabbing crows and killing them and putting them in his backpack for some reason? I don't know. But when you look at sevens, it's about reflection, assessment, and knowledge. And this crow's like, yeah, I know what you did. And now you're trying to get away with something. All right. So maybe in this card, the people are saying, hey, look at that dude. He's stealing our stuff. He's trying to get away. And this guy's saying, hey, I know what you did to those crows in your backpack, and you're trying to get away. All right. What do you think about that? All right, and then we have the Eight of Swords. Again, here is a person who is in her, oh, this is a good one. She's looking into a mirror. In reality, she isn't tied up. But when she looks at a reflection, she sees someone who is tied up and blindfolded. This is how she's viewing herself, but this isn't how she really is. So she needs to, again, look at the situation clearly and realize that she is not in reality trapped. She is actually free, and there is a way out. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Here's a person in anguish, obviously with anxiety, suffering from anxiety. But if you look here, there is a white transparent crow up here, and I believe that's saying, look guys, look person, this is unfounded. This is not going to, whatever you're worried about isn't going to come true. All of this isn't going to come true because there's something good and real above it, and you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry. All right, and then we have the Ten of Swords, where the person stabbed in the back, and in the Lightseer's Tarot, she isn't stabbed in the back. She has crows circling over her, but she is moving into her new. She is moving onto the new horizon. She is, she's done with whatever happened back here, and she is moving toward renewal. And I really like that interpretation of that card. Then we have the Page of Swords, who is all about new ideas. I love the light bulbs representing new ideas. She's walking a tightrope. She's she's learning about something new in her book, new ideas. I love that. And the Knight of Swords, again, this Knight of Swords is moving fast again. He's moving fast. He's running toward his motorcycle. And he's moving quickly toward his goal again. The Queen of Swords, she's got her sword. She's contemplating. She's put her emotions here, if you can see that. This is a heart or a bowl or a bowl of water. Whatever this is representing to me her emotions that she has got under control right now. She's got the Sword of Truth here, and she's looking for the truth. She's looking toward the horizon, and she's in charge. I really like that. She's in charge of herself, and she's in control of herself. And then we have, last but not least, the King of Swords. And he is, again, he's got his Owl of Wisdom here. He's wise. He's got his sword. He is up on the mountaintop. He's gotten there because he is a wise person, and he is looking at things clearly. He can see clearly from the mountaintop what is going on. That's what it says to me. So as you can see, different decks can give you a whole new look into the same cards. And if I were to pull out another deck that was based on the Rider-Waite imagery, we would see even more different things. So it's good to look at the traditional ones, but you need to find the one that resonates with you. All right. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope this lesson about the Suit of Swords was helpful. If you enjoyed it, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. It's completely free. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified every time a new video comes up. I thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.